I regret everything.
Now, a few episodes ago, I did say I was losing the will to live, and that's not the only thing I'm losing at the moment, as well as games. I'm losing the battle against relegation, and I'm also losing any way of describing this series any differently to how I've described it in the last 5 or 6 episodes. I mean, like most TV shows, this could end after one season, which isn't what I planned. The last episode saw us take on Atalanta and Spal, 2 teams who are battling relegation with us, and we lost both of those games 1-0, which meant that I was still above the drop zone at the end of the episode. That's not the case anymore. And our results lately have been nothing short of disastrous, as we ended up losing 5-0 to Crotone after being reduced down to 10 men just after half time, and we ended up losing 2-0 to the champions-elect Juventus in a much more improved performance. But if we actually had strikers who could actually hit the target, we might have troubled them a bit more. But we did manage to get a 0-0 draw away at Genoa, even though we only registered 1 shot on goal. This is truly horrific football. And for the first time in this series, we do drop into the relegation zone, and we are 4 points from safety with 6 games left. Have I got any hope? Not a fucking chance. So I've just found out I've broken another record, and I've led Benevento to a record amount of defeats in the season, currently standing at 17. Soon to be 23, by the way. We've got 6 games left, so there's all the hope that we can carry on breaking that record. Yeah, I've lost the support of the boards, the players, the supporters. I've lost the support of my wife, and we're getting divorced. I've lost custody on my kids. There's not really much else I've lost yet, but at least I'm getting supported by one person at least. Amato Cicciretti's contract expires at the end of the season, and I tried to give him a new one, but he wants us to secure survival first before he pens a new deal. So at least I've lost him now on a free. So after losing to our rivals Crotone by 5-0, David took to social media and said that we should sack everyone, including the players, myself, Chris Ramsey and Ray Wilkins, and demolish the stadium. He has probably gone a little bit too far there. I mean, we've only just lost to our greatest rivals in the league by 5-0, which has now sent us into the relegation zone. I mean, now I say that, it's probably justified. For those looking for a Rafael Marquez update, I have just realised that I didn't actually give him a 6-month contract. I've given him a 2-year contract. And I can't play him. What a idiot I am. And he might be leaving at the end of the season, and he might also be too late for our fight against relegation. But Amato Cicciretti also returns to full training finally. So I now have a reason to actually play him for the last 6 games and give him the send-off that he probably doesn't deserve. The board then decided to hold a meeting to discuss player confidence, as they believed that it was way too low now and they had a reason to sack me, but it seems they have given me until the end of the season to improve it. So at least this series has done well for the only season that it's going to be running for. Masiba Koda has also vowed to end his goal drought, and he's now gone 19 hours without scoring, and he's scored 18 goals. The fact he's gone 1 more hour than the amount of goals that he scored for me is utterly ridiculous now. Now let's move into the game against Inter Milan at home. I've probably picked one of the harder ones to pick in this run of games. Probably my fault if we lose this match. But we do stick with the same back 5 that has been playing in the last 2 games. We've gone in 2 in the middle though. Chibsa and Cataldi would take the 2 midfield positions, while Cicciretti and Stocker return to decide to play on the wings, and Massimo Koda, who hasn't scored in 2018, leads the line for us. I mean, I've got no hope if he's leading the line. And then I've got a strike on the bench who's played 15 games for me and hasn't scored either. Like, no matter how many more times I have to say it on this series, we've only scored 3 goals in 2018. We're now in April, and one of those goals, I'm not even counting the own goal that Napoli scored, one of those goals is from a striker who's only scored 1 goal this year. I mean, forget about surviving with this team. If I get Massimo Koda to score 1 bloody goal in 2018, then you might as well give me a knighthood. Now, Inter Milan are playing the same formation they played when we played them at the San Siro, and we lost 3-2 to them. I mean, 2 goals would be fine. I don't mind losing, but I would like 2 goals. We don't score at all. And if we don't score, you know, as Andy Gray said, if you don't shoot, you don't score. But I mean, we shoot and we don't score. So how does that make sense? That stupid saying, if you don't buy a ticket, you can't win the raffle. Well, I mean, I don't know how many more tickets I have to buy, but I'm not winning this raffle. Oh, Costa, we've scored a goal! It's the centre-back! Finally, we have scored! We're beating Inter Milan! Andrea Costa, my centre-back, the third choice centre-back, Cicciaretti, we were ball into the box. Kabul was just being a nuisance. The ball flies everywhere. Handanovic, I don't know what Handanovic is doing, but we've taken the lead. We're actually winning. It's almost like every time we go to on the cameras, you know, they suddenly start playing like a team again. We've won the ball back. We're showing more fight in this game than we... no, we've lost the ball, as I said that. And Perisic, it's a great save by the goalkeeper. Brignoli, who's the only goalkeeper I've played this year. He's a superb player. We're going to sign him next year if we stay up. I've said if there, not when. I'm not confident in my abilities to keep this team up, but we will fight to the last day. I mean, he's not going to score anyway, so what's the point? Oh, he's hit the post. Unbelievable. He hits the post from there. He can't score when he's 6 yards out, but he can hit the post from the wing. God, I love football and I hate it at the same time. Inter Milan are down to 10 men. We are winning the game. Ivan Perisic has been taken off. We might win. I'm going to say it quietly. We might win. I don't know what I've done, but I've done it. But we're 45 minutes away. We haven't been in this position for quite a while. We haven't been in a position where we're winning at half time for a few months now. A few of my players are switching off. Oh no. Now, one of the things I have brought to the team is I've got my goalkeeper to play from the back now. They're through on goal. How has that happened? Icardi.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
How did he get through on goal? What? No, I'm zooming out as far as I can. I would like to know where my centre-back disappeared to. So, behind the goal... Sorry. Why are my three centre-backs playing that far wide? And Icardi's just in as much space as he wants to be. We fucked it up. We have fucked this up. There's a highlight straight away. We're playing Inter Milan who are down to 10 men. We're just booting the ball forward, hoping for the best. What is going on with my team? Still haven't seen my striker score, by the way, in 2018. I mean, Inter Milan are playing it around like they have 11 men. Icardi, let's fight it over. Please, just do something. Well, they're just going to go and score, aren't they? Because that is the game that I'm playing. Inter Milan are going to score. We haven't even had a shot, and we're playing 10 men. Well, I might as well see out the draw. So we're going to send on Patrick Gemello, who still hasn't scored for me, by the way. And we're going to send on Viola for Cataldi, because Cataldi's not playing very well either. The game's over anyway. The game's over. I might as well send on players that aren't going to score for me. So, you know, I've got no hope. Well, Di Chiara down the wing. Gemello's in the box. Gemello. Oh, he's...
All around me are familiar faces.
Just imagine how much easier my job would be if I had strikers who could score. Why is he playing in this division? Why on earth did I rely on him to... Oh, God. You know, and the problem is with Gemello is that he'll get a chance which Coda would put away. And I know Coda would put away, but I take off Coda for Gemello, and then Gemello's the one who gets the chance, and he puts it wide every time. We are holding... Oh, my God. Stocker. Gemello! Oh, it's saved on the line. I can't handle this anymore. We deserve to win, but I've got shit strikers. So, in that respect, we don't deserve to win. We just deserve to get relegated, because Serie B is going to be a piss take if my strikers can't score in Serie A, but they're too good for Serie B. What is going on? Just play for full time, please. I can't take this anymore. I genuinely can't. I mean, Petro Gemello is one of the worst strikers I've ever had the pleasure of managing. What is going on? Where is the ball? Oh, the ball's just magically appeared. Fantastic. Like, just blow for full time. We don't deserve to draw this game, but we don't deserve to lose either. So, I mean, on the process of elimination, we deserve to win it. Oh, yeah, great. You give him a free kick. Yeah, fantastic. We've wasted all that time. You give him a free kick now. Wow, we've drawn again. That is probably one of the longest unbeaten runs we've been on this season. Utter shit.
Simply